Clarence Parham, Police Issues and Practices, Final Assignment, interview with the Chief of Police of Fort Buchanan, Puerto Rico. A little background first before we get into the questions. Background is the Chief of Police name is Tomas Acosta. He's Puerto Rican. He was a Navy veteran of 25 years, became a federal police officer in 2000 at Fort Buchanan, and has served the soldiers, civilians, veterans for 19 years. Was promoted on 18 December 2019 to the Chief of Police. Question is, how do you define police culture? He defines police culture into three different cultures. I would call them subcultures. There are those who in the police department those just who want to serve their community. There are those who have family lineage, and then there's those that are veterans. For him, this is in all departments. Let's talk about those three subcultures. Those who just want to serve are those people who, whether they're just coming out of high school, just decided that they want to become police officers and serve their community, uh, and to make their community the best place to live, or whatever it may be. And then there's those that have family lineage, those who parents, whose grandparents, whose uncles, whose family members have all been police officers, and it's now their turn to actually become a police officer, a peace officer, or a law enforcement agent. And then there are the veterans, those who have spent their lifetime or spent a portion of their lifetime protecting and serving from a military standpoint, whose special skills or abilities that they have uh, uh, honed in and processed through and now have can now use them in a different situation or a different occupation. And again, like he said, all these cultures actually are in each and every single department. Next question is, what is the most important police ethic a sworn officer should hold? He sat back for a minute and he thought about it. And he said that he couldn't just give me one. Morality. He says a person's belief without question, their integrity, always doing what is right. And then empathy is understanding the citizen. Uh, he also said, uh, because we're on a military installation, an army installation, he said, I would hate to say it, but it's also living the army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, personal courage. He says, but if I had to choose one, it would have to be integrity. So I said, give me an example of integrity. He said he would look at it this way: if he had to go to court and you were a witness to a crime, or you had to go before the jury, what you said will be a lasting impression. If you have integrity, there will be no doubt, no question that you are telling the truth versus someone without. He must be above reproach, he said. Next question. What technologies does your police department use, and how is it helpful in your routine duties? Chief Acosta talked about four different types of databases that he uses to be able to uh, look a person up as a person, looking up a vehicle, and looking up military personnel, and being able to get uh, information quickly if possible, updates to regulations, policies, statutes. So he talks about the NCIC, the David Plus, the eGuardian, and the alerts. The alerts is a newest one that they have, which allows the police officers of Fort Buchanan to be able to check all military personnel as they come into the installation. If there are any issues arise, they will be able to pull up their information, their military information, who they are, where they are, who's their command, if they're still active duty, if they're reserve, if they're National Guard, if they're retirees. That system will allow you to see each and every military personnel that has been, is in have given military service. Final question: what are a few policing needs that are specific to the neighborhood, and how does the department address it? Well, being that this federal police department is on a military installation, and there is only a small footprint from one gate to another, perimeter around in diameter, maybe 5 miles at the most. He says his biggest issue is manning. He gave me an example of there are 3,100 uh, parking spots at our post exchange, which is like um, our Walmart per se, and our commissary, which is like a grocery store. Each and every day, everyone is full by lunchtime, 11:30, 12 o'clock. And he has said if 3,100 cars and two people come in each car, that adds up. So he tries to keep the community policing as a part of what they do on a daily basis. He always have police officers in the PX or the post exchange in the areas of the commissary to put forth that presence so that if there is an issue, the law enforcement agents or law enforcement officers, police officers, peace officers can actually attend to that situation. Or if they aren't able to attend to this situation, they are able to call someone to attend to the situation. But there's always issues with manning because of the different shifts, because of the different things that go on. Because not only do they have to address the issues with people who come on a daily basis, you also talk about special events. You have the governor, the mayor, you have special envoys that always come to Puerto Rico and come to the military installation. So they have to be able to protect as well as serve everyone that comes onto the post, which means sometimes they have to run a double shift, or they have to take someone off of one shift and put them on another in order to have enough personnel to do whatever mission comes up, and then decide afterwards how they're going to cover uh, the next shift or the next mission that comes behind it. And to end this uh, in this discussion, um, I asked the question of how does the Fort Buchanan Police Department interact with the Puerto Rico Police Department, PRPD. He said they have a great relationship. They assist in a lot of different situations that come up. And it's with the communication between the two entities that do not have the same mission in life, that they are able to communicate, they're able to make the area of Fort Buchanan and Puerto Rico a better place, a safer place. And that ends um, my assignment, and I thank you for listening.